Hi everyone. Today's question is find missing and repeated values. Let's start the timer as it is. Now let's read the question. You are given a zero-indexed 2D integer matrix grid of size n into n with values in range of 1 to n square. So we were given a matrix whose index starts with 0, comma 0 and it is of size n into n, and the values in the matrix are in the range of 1 to n. So if we are given a matrix of 2 cross 2, the values in the matrix lie between 0 to 2 square, which is 4. So see this example. The values in the matrix are never exceeded 4. At max it could be 4. Each integer appears exactly once except a, which appears twice, and b, which is missing. The task is to find the repeating and the missing numbers a and b. Return zero indexed integer array of size 2 where answers equals to A and answers 1 equals to B. So this problem basically, even though it involves search with a 2D array, I mean we can call it a matrix, what I figure out is this is a search problem. And guys, we know that search problem. So we figured out that this is a search problem. Okay, let's keep that statement aside. And next thing is input is a matrix. And this is the second statement we have got. And now this involves arrays. So accessing time for a matrix is big of n square since we would be using loops. So let us see the constraints here. So grid length is as given, it might be 50, like 50 cross 50 is the biggest matrix we can have for all x that there is exactly one x. So the grid contains unique elements and there is exactly one x that equals to 2 of the grid members. So we only get one element repeated in the grid and one element missing. So we can actually do one thing. What I figured out is one element is missing, one element is repeated. See, so now we figure out that this is the thing, and I'm getting some idea. See, since we are given a grid of consecutive numbers, nah, that's where our logic went wrong. It might not be consecutive numbers, it's actually not consecutive numbers. Hold on a second, guys. So now, in this, what I figure out is if we can figure out the element that is being repeated. No, I actually thought of doing sum of consecutive numbers minus the given number, but there is no hard and fast rule that the numbers are, wait, the numbers might not be yeah, they are consecutive. I mean, they are not placed consecutively, but the numbers are unique. So, if we are able to figure out the first element that is being repeated twice, if we can figure repeated element, then missing element will be sum minus repeated element, right? That's it, right? Because it is repeated twice. So now, if there is a way for us to figure this out, the repeated element, then we're done, guys. So we can do one thing. Mm, at the least possible time we can do this is big of n square is what I figure out. Mm, we do one thing. I actually thought of using hash map for this, for quick search, but that's a pretty bad idea. You can do one thing. I will take an array. I mean a big array. Mm, int array is equals to new int of grid dot length. Let's take it here. Int n is equals to grid dot length. So it would be n into n. So the array size would be n square, and then we'll iterate a for loop. No, we can iterate a for loop over here, but this makes the process pretty much worse. Hmm, we just take a dictionary. I mean a hash map here, basically. Hash map integer comma integer map is equals to new hash map. And now, hmm, hash map integer comma integer is equals to new hash map. So what does this hash map store? All the integers, right? So for int I is equals to 0, I less than n into n. So basically it has 1 to n square plus 1 I plus plus map dot put. Mm, so map dot put, what we can do? The value which is I comma 1. This is what we're gonna do. Now we can do one thing. For int I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. For int j is equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. If map dot contains key of grid of I j, map dot put grid of I j comma 0. So the values, automatically the values would be 0 now. So the elements which are present over there will be 0. And so mm, no, we can do one thing here. 1 comma I. So uh, we all the elements are assigned 1 in the key. So we can make map dot put. We can do nothing like this actually. It's pretty vague. So the elements which are 0, elements which are there will be 0. So the element which is 1, element whose frequency is 1 will be the element missing. So for int I, guys, let me check how to iterate in a hash map. I really don't know that. Uh, Let me check this. How to iterate over keys in hash map values in hash map. I actually want to do this. Map dot for each key comma value. Mm, Entry set. Yeah, this actually is needed for us. For entry dot get value not if entry dot get value equals to 1. No, not this actually. Yes. Entry dot get value equals to 1. Then we're gonna print entry. How can we access the key for int? Mm, Array, right? Since we need a resultant array, we make a resultant array. Int result of 0 is equals to no int of 2. It's 0 1, right? So result of the missing number would be entry. Result of repeating number would be sum of n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. So n into n plus 1 by 2 minus result of 1. So what happens is this result of 0 is repeated twice. So if you now subtract the number, I mean actually this result, if you want to figure out the result, what we can do is it's not about subtracting the missing number. Missing number can be subtracted by okay. This is not gonna work, buddy. Result of 0 would okay. I don't know, but I also feel that we can try XOR operations on it. Hmm. Using a hash map is not a better idea since we're iterating at the same time. But let me try again. Because sometimes our brain needs some thinking. We'll get it sooner or later. We just wanna know. We just need to be patient. Because if we figure out that we don't know something, it actually means that we're learning something new. See, I tried using a hash map, but what is the problem that I'm actually facing? What I'm facing is I don't know how to calculate the missing element. Missing element is not actually sum minus repeated element. This is where I'm going wrong. The repeated element is being repeated twice. So we can't figure out, if we know one, we can't figure out the other. Because sum minus repeated element would be the total sum. Yeah. Hmm. Missing element would be the combination of missing element. No, this is not going to work. Need another approach. Buddy, let me try this. We can do this. I just need a new approach, new view about this sum. Let me reset this question. Confirm. Hmm. So let's take a resultant array whose length is 2. Okay, done. Now we'll be having a matrix with all the unique values. So their sum would be the total sum. Hmm. So total sum minus current sum is equals to repeated element, right? Repeated element, no, missing element minus repeated element. Total sum minus current sum is equals to missing element minus repeated element. So we don't know what the missing element is, we don't know what the repeated element is. So what is the quickest way to find any of this? Hmm, we can just easiest accessing will be, see, faster accessing will be when there is a hash map. But even iterating over hash map takes big of n time. So what is the best next best thing we can do? Hmm. So basically we need to figure out the missing element and the repeated element. What is the total sum here? 4 plus 4, 8. What should be the actual sum? 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10. So 8 minus 10 is 2. Sorry, 10 minus 8 is 2. What is it here? Let me check the sum of 10 natural numbers. Not 10 actually. That is 3, right? So sum up to 9 will be what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9, which is 45. 45 minus, what is the repeated element? It's 5. So 45 minus 8 would be, so the repeated element here is 9 comma 5. 9 is being repeated here. So if 9 is being repeated, it's 36. So the number missing is, what is the sum here? 9 plus 1, 10 plus 7, 17 plus 8, 25 plus 9, 34 plus 2, 36 plus 6, 42, 49. Yeah, 49 is the current sum and 45 is the required sum. So the difference is 4 and 9 minus 5 is 4. So this approach won't work. We require a new approach. Let us think what a new approach can be. See, the brute force method can be to access each element and figure out whether it is available or not. If it's repeated 2 times, then we're gonna figure it out. So I'm not getting pretty much any idea, bro. XOR operations, I think we can do XOR operation, but doing XOR operation is not possible in this. See, it's a sequence of numbers which are pretty much unordered. What if we can sort this? It actually reduces the search space. But is it possible? We can't modify an array. I mean, array can be modified, but that would take more time. So how could this ever be possible? I pretty much am not sure of what to do. Uh, okay, the time is 21 minutes done. Let me check till 25 minutes. If I don't get any idea, as per my thumb rule, I'll just go to editorial and let me know myself what is the thing that I'm missing. Hmm. One thing is to search an array. What are the things that are coming to mind? Search in the array. Next thing, strike off method. I mean, what do I mean by strike off? I take an array and what are the elements there? I'll make them 0. Make elements 0. I mean, present elements. Then absent element would be non-zero. This can be done. Then I can figure out the non-zero element. But for this, I need constant searching. Or do I? No, I don't need it, right? Okay, I'll write the brute force method for int I is equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus for int j is equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. Int n is equals to grid dot length. Now int result array needs to be new int of 2 and int strike needs to be of double the length because these are all the new int n into n since there will be 25. So if the length is 25, hmm, okay, we'll make it 25. So by default, this array will contain zeros. Now let's make hmm, what we do is we make strike off grid of I j. We make this as 1. We first check if strike off this, then if it is already equals to 1, it means the element is being repeated. Result of 0, sorry, the repeated element will be the one. Okay, so result of 0 would be grid of I, j. Otherwise, we're gonna do our work normally. Else, this is what we're gonna do. And hence, we will be getting this 1, the repeated element. If we get the repeated element, hmm, result of 1 would be, I mean the non-repeating element, missing element will be result of 1, which is, what is the total sum? N into n plus 1 by 2, n into n plus 1 by 2 minus result of 0, the repeating element. If I subtract this, I'm going to get this. So, and then we're going to return result, since we need to return an array. Okay, buddy. Will this work? Let's check. And oh, I need to keep this. Int res. Res is already defined in method. Okay, I defined this twice. What happened? Index 9 is out of bounds. Plus 1. Why do I got 1? So it's 2. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 3. 4. N into n plus 1 by 2 is right, no? 4 plus 1 is 5. 20 by 2 is 10. And 10 minus 2. Sorry, the repeated element is 2, which is 8. Wait a minute. Missing element should be 4. So the total sum would be n into n plus 1 by 2. 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4 is 10. So this would be 10 literally. Oh god. Did I make any mistake? No. N square. What is the length here? Length will be 4, right? 2 into 2. So n square means I took sum of n natural numbers. It's pretty much wrong. I took sum of n square natural numbers. Int k is equals to n into n. K into k plus 1 by 2. I think this might work. But why did it went wrong? 4 plus 4 is 8. Sum is 8 here. If I remove a 2, it is 6. It's the difference actually. It's just a difference. It won't resemble the element. So what I can do? Okay. This is difference. Int total is equals to result of 1 is total minus difference. I think this won't work. But this doesn't make sense. Yeah, ended up with the same shit. I mean, see, total sum is 10. The current array sum will be 8. Since I know the repeated element, total array sum will be difference will be total array sum. No. I'm making a mistake again. We are taking the total array sum and we're subtracting it. Then we are getting this is actually 8 minus 4, the repeated element. So the difference might be k into k plus 1 by 2. No, it's wrong. It won't be the same. And difference is equals to uh, this won't be the case actually. Happened. See, we're getting the sum of the array. But see, we need to figure out the total sum of the array. That's where we have gone wrong. Int current sum is equals to 0. Current sum is equals to grid of I j. Then mm, after this, what we're gonna do is we know the total sum, we know the array sum. So the thing we can do is total and sum minus repeated number would be. This will work. Oh shit, where did I make it a mistake? This. Why bro? What it is again with it? Int total is equals to k into k plus 1 by 2. Why would this make it a wrong? Since variable k is not initiated anywhere. Okay. Oh god. Int k is equals to n into n. Run. Yeah, this will work, I guess. 1 millisecond? This blad approach took 1 millisecond. Yeah, anyways, this is great. But I took actually 33 minutes to solve this question. I thought of more optimized approach, but I couldn't figure out any. Let me try the better approach. I'll look into the editorial ones. Guys, let's check the editorial. We have done something. I don't think it's worth it. Let's do that again. Hash map. So that's the brute force approach that we thought. One number from the range is missing in the input. All other numbers occur exactly once. So that's what we did. Algorithm done. Implementation. Time complexity. Approach to is math. Hey buddy, why? Oh, doing the same approach. I mean, I tried the hash map. It's a Basically, it's a small approach. Okay, I did it in the optimized approach again. Feeling happy. Thank God. Yeah, done. Thanks, guys. Bye. And sooner I will be uploading a video which involves some tricks. I will cover all the patterns. Thank you and bye.